Between the days of April 1st and April 4th, the social media site Reddit opened a subreddit known as r/place. It was a social experiment that gave every user of the site the ability to place one pixel on a large canvas every 5 minutes. It was almost impossible to achieve anything by yourself. However, if one was to cooperate with a group, they could make beautiful works of art. r/place was truly a look into the internet culture of our current time. A day or so after the experiment ended, a redditor by the name of Thejulionic made an Iceberg chart about the event. I have slightly modified the chart to include an entry that I feel like should have been included. It will be marked in red text. Join me as we explore the r/place iceberg. There were many depictions of anime on the canvas. From r/tohu to Omri, you couldn't throw a metaphorical stone without hitting anime. Some streamers tried to ruin other people's artwork with their viewers, most notable being the Twitch streamer XQC, but we'll talk about him later. Many people made Among Us figures on the canvas. They were mostly destroyed. Some people tried to make a Genshin Impact logo, but it was soon changed to Genshin, then Genshrek, and finally Sexshrek. Many artworks used bots to protect their artwork from destruction. They were mostly used by smaller art pieces so they wouldn't be destroyed when the communities weren't active. The r/place in 2022 was not the first one. The first happened on April Fools of 2017. There is an amazing video by Walt Fenwick detailing the madness. I strongly suggest you check it out after this video. Link is in the description. The Canadians had a hard time drawing their leaf during the event. They became the laughing stock of the whole subreddit. I honestly kind of feel bad for them, but thankfully they were able to get there in the end. Whiteout was an event that happened towards the end of the experiment. If you wanted to place a pixel once the experiment was over, you could only place white pixels. Many people organized in Discord servers to plan and cooperate on artworks. The void is anywhere where black pixels dominate. Some were caused by streamers, others were intentional and artistic. The non-artistic ones were annoying and didn't last long. Many people did not like the flags as they often took up way too much room and cut through other art pieces. Many people helped make their country's flags. Some were neat like the United Kingdom's, Turkish and American flags. Others were seen as annoying like the German, French and Belgian flags. Come on, it's the internet. I shouldn't have to explain this one. Many small communities were able to get their artworks on the final canvas. This is mostly because of the larger canvas size and the wide use of bots. During the final hours of r/place, Reddit lagged a very noticeable amount outside of r/place. I speculate it's because they wanted the event to run smoothly for the finale and they dedicated most of their server resources to such. But that's just a theory. A game theory. The blue corner was a movement to make the bottom right corner blue. It was an artwork from the 2017 r/place. However, it did not obtain a large area in the final product. Some streamers made a massive French flag in the bottom left corner of the canvas. There was a war between the French and Spanish artworks. In the end, the French won. An r/place mod was caught cheating by placing pixels without a cooldown. Most posts about the subject were removed by moderators in a suspected cover-up. Some let Among Us figures hide in their artworks. It was kind of fun playing Where's Waldo with all the emoji. There seems to have been some fighting over the area where the Israeli flag was. However, as far as I can tell from the time-lapse, Israel is just trying to make their flag in a highly contested spot. If you know more about this, please comment down below. Some people made the famous Rainbow Road track from Mario Kart. It spans a small area of the canvas. The canvas was expanded 2 times to allow for more artwork. During the last expansion, the word "enough" appeared in big black letters. An artwork of Uncanny Mr. Incredible was slowly transformed into the Void Mother, which is an enemy from the game Elder Scrolls. Lots of streamers tried to make massive changes to the canvas. Most were from outside the United States. This is the only reason I could come up for why the OP used the word foreign. Many people accused the group behind the OSU logo of using bots. This is currently speculation. Snu is a fictional alien species in Reddit's logo. 2 of them can be seen peeking over the edge of the canvas in the top left corner. It is an Easter egg from the children's book Where the Sidewalk Ends. Some people misidentified the Siberian flag, most likely thinking it was a Russian flag. There was a massive lemon in the bottom middle of the canvas. It was kind of sus. This refers to the idea that, if we wouldn't have placed white pixels during the whiteout, the canvas wouldn't have ended. While a fun idea, Reddit's mods would have most likely locked the canvas eventually. The hand was an art piece of a white hand surrounded by a bit of red and yellow. It is a reference to the Cueva de las Manos in Argentina. They are thought to be some of the oldest paintings in South America. This is probably a rumor. No evidence is ever given. The Germans expanded their flag horizontally and also helped the Belgians expand vertically. This is because the Belgian flag is so similar. Some people got confused and called the Belgian flag German. 2 QR codes made it to the final canvas. They both link to videos on veganism. The videos will be linked below if you want to check them out. There was a bug that caused people to have a cooldown of 13,000 plus hours. It actually happened to one of the Retro Gaming Now Discord mods, Grease. Let's just say he wasn't amused. People didn't know how the bots would be affected by the whiteout, so most just turned them off for safety's sake. There is an idea in the hive mind that bots kept placing pixels, yet this has yet to be confirmed. I cannot speak for other Discord servers. However, in the one I was in, when the whiteout happened, we started playing sad or farewell songs in the music bot. Some of my favorites were Still Alive from the Portal OST and Goodbye to a World by Porter Robinson. There is a Hindu swastika depicted in the Indian artwork. It is not a Nazi swastika. Swastikas have popped up independently all around the globe in many different cultures. The streamer XQC repeatedly targeted the Turkish flag. However, every time the flag was destroyed, the Turks were able to rebuild with even more detail. A void cat was made during the beginning of the r/place experiment. It, like many things, didn't last long. The Ukrainian flag that survived most of r/place's existence was unfortunately almost instantaneously destroyed once the whiteout started. Ekita was a YouTube streamer who was afflicted by mental health issues that led him to commit suicide in 2019. His fans made a memorial for him and it was allegedly targeted and destroyed by streamers. Disclaimer: the stuff in the next half of the video is mostly rumors and speculations. I will try to disprove as many rumors as I can, however, it should be said, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is a common misunderstanding of the meaning behind the black enough that appeared after the final expansion. As the user, JewX puts it, enough was not supposed to say enough flags. It was meant enough of the expanding of the canvas, it's kinda getting boring. And the streamer who made it was a guy named Iran. However, people started writing the word flags under it, causing the OP to make that mistake. The US flag was not as large as other flags on r/place. I have 2 theories for this. First, the internet as a whole generally doesn't like the US and thus it was targeted. Second, the US flag isn't easily expandable like others. France and Germany. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This most likely refers to an anti-void movement that placed yellow pixels inside the black voids. This stems from the theory that people who didn't turn off their bots during the whiteout were griefed by their own bots. The evidence for this theory is a large French flag and the OSU logo were almost instantaneously destroyed once the whiteout hit. Both pieces were widely believed to be heavily botted. This refers to an art piece of the character from the popular children's book, Where's Waldo? Waldo is using his cane to fatally wound the Moon Lord from the video game Terraria. This never happened. The FNFT's art was drawn over the Superstonks art piece, but the Superstonks team simply redrew their art. I guess I have to explain this one. When anyone drew characters with a big butt, people often placed brown pixels around it so it looked like they were crapping themselves. Thankfully, once the deed was done, the art piece never lasted too long. r/place 2017 and r/place 2022 were 5 years apart. This has caused some to theorize that Reddit would host an r/place every 5 years. However, this is likely just speculation. Some have speculated that the canvas expansions were not planned from the start of the project. However, like many things this deep down, there is no evidence of the canvas expansions being unplanned. This branches from the theory of whiteout revealed which art was the most botted. The large French flag was pretty much gone the millisecond after the whiteout started. This refers to some art pieces being intentionally changed for a time-lapse, most notable being the Minecraft time-lapse, which started with a Minecraft world loading, followed by a creeper and an explosion, then the death screen. There was an attempt to make a Nazi flag in r/place of 2017, but it was never completed. However, there is no evidence for such a thing happening in the 2022 r/place. The following account covers acts of sexual violence that may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. The following is what the r/place interactive atlas has to say about this serious matter. A group of Chinese dissidents united to raise awareness of human trafficking in China, especially trafficked women who were, quote, owned by men to be their, quote, wives. This artwork depicted a victim found in Suzhou, China. She was chained, raped, and forced to give birth to 8 children. Instead of rescuing her and bringing the traffickers and to justice, the CCP government has suppressed reports of this incident, banned discourse about it on social media, and arrested civilians who have tried to investigate further. The art piece did not move or change much during the entire experiment, thus leading some people to say it was the least vandalized. The hand was one of few white art pieces, and it formed right before the whiteout. Some tinfoil hatters have theorized that the hand caused the whiteout. However, this is more of a fan/lore thing. XQC is a Twitch streamer who repeatedly targeted small communities and cool art pieces. This apparently gave some people reason to send him death threats. Here's the clip.
Dude, I'm not kidding. I have gotten more threats in an hour than I've gotten in 6 years combined. I'm not kidding. From changing pixels from a color to another on a corporate website that makes your lights flash on your monitor through a piece of plastic. Okay? Literally. I'm not kidding. It is literally an actual corporate website, social media that projects lights on your monitor. I don't even know what to tell you, dude.
Bottom right.
Now, no matter how mad you might be, don't ever send people death threats. Big flags, no evidence, take that how you will. Tortilla Land is a Minecraft server who put their logo in the middle of the artistic void. They were accused of being botted and, say it with me, it didn't last long. This is a misconception by the OP. There are, in fact, many religious symbols all over r/place. From the Jewish Star of David to the already mentioned Hindu swastika, religious imagery was on r/place, if you knew where to look. This is another fabrication by the OP. There is no evidence for it. This is a tinfoil hat theory. Now, can you please let go of my family? Apparently, Jetstream Sam is a character from the video game Metal Gear Solid Rising who was surrounded by LGBTQ flags. Unfortunately, Jetstream was targeted and destroyed by streamers near the end of the experiment. There is a rumor that a member from the r/trans community who was already depressed was pushed over the edge from 4chan raids on the flag and took her own life. Like the OP said, this is probably fake. During the whiteout, the One Piece pirate looked like he was charging and firing a large laser. According to user It's Loyal, for some reason the OP doesn't think Israel is a real country. Am I reading that right? Yeah, okay. The idea behind this is that heavily botted areas of the canvas will be gone first during the whiteout, thus Reddit could have banned all the bots. This didn't happen and was probably never considered, the reason being many people who didn't like artworks and accused them of being, quote, botted, targeted said artwork since they couldn't fight back. Attentive viewers would have noticed that I didn't talk about some points on the Iceberg. I skipped these because I couldn't find any conclusive information about them. I tried to get into contact with the OP, but at the time of recording I have yet to get a response. Here are the topics I skipped. 4chan attacks, Final Pixel was black /100% void, Hollow Knight Elden Ring alliance, failed void/blue corner merge, only 16 not bought pixels on the final canvas, admins sped up the whiteout, the last remaining art was Among Us placed by admins censoring to be but. If anyone has any information on these topics, I'll include it in a pinned comment. Thank you. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. It seems like yesterday I was bored during quarantine and drew the stickman that changed my life for the better. To celebrate this occasion, I set up a Q&A on my Discord and Twitter, and you guys asked lots of questions. Let's get started. Pixie Bacon asked, when will you do a face reveal? I will do a face reveal at 100,000 YouTube subscribers. From watching other channels blow up, I feel like that is a good time to do it and start associating your face with your channel. HDub asks, when will you get a wife? I don't know. MTF Omega asks, can I be Lafia's capital businessman? To become a capital businessman, one must become the capitalist businessman. Kirby Dio asks, how long does it take to make a video? Some videos take 2 weeks to make, others take longer, like this one, which sucked up the whole month. Honestly, coming up with the idea for the video is the hardest part. After that, the rest is easy in comparison. Hermie asks, why is your name It's Joey G? There is a funny story behind this question. A while back, me and my friend Lee were in a Discord VC. She correctly guessed that the meaning behind my name was that Joey is my first name and G is the first letter of my last name. I lied and downplayed it at the time because I wasn't really ready to reveal that information yet. So Lee, if you're watching, you were right. Joey is my first name and G is the first letter of my last name, thus making It's Joey G. The Electric Pram asks, how long does it take to save up for a PC? My PC that I currently have cost me a little over $2,000 US, and it took me around 4 months of working at a fast food restaurant to save up for it. MTF Omega asks, what editing program do you use and is it free? I use Filmora 10 and it's not free. It cost me $60 US for a lifetime license and it was on sale. I'm also learning Adobe Premiere Pro with my editing job, and well, it's not free. Foxter asks, are foxes cool? Yes, Foxer. Very cool. MTF Omega asks, should Lafia be colonizing lands like an actual nation? Wait a second. I have a question for you. How many questions do you have? What? You have 17 questions? Well, my friends, you have earned your own video. I will answer all of your questions in it. Congratulations, I guess. Surf asks, any games you're looking forward to? Not at the current moment, but I'm sure I'll find one to be excited about soon. Soul4 asks, favorite food? Sausage bread. It's a special dish that my family traditionally makes for Christmas. It's a bread that's stuffed with cheese, sausage, onions, peppers, jalapenos, and normally dipped in Rotel cheese dip. Jackie Cat asks, how is? Is how? Pigsy Bacon asks, how do you eat a hot dog properly? Let's say we were assigning directional names to the vertical hot dog like so. Eating the hot dog north to south or vice versa is correct. Eating a hot dog east to west is barbaric. However, eating a hot dog west to east is completely acceptable. Surf asks, favorite MCU movie? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Kerbodio asks, favorite condiment? Ketchup. Superspeed asks, how old and tall are you? I am 17 years of age and a little over 1.83 meters at the time of recording. Pigsy Bacon asks, how do you get banned from Hypixel and how do you subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications on It's Joey G's YouTube channel? First question, you get banned by hacking. Second, you hit the big red button and then hit the bell, in that order. Superspeed asks, what is your favorite soda and how many pieces of pizza can you eat in one sitting? Pepsi is my favorite soda and I can eat between 3 and 4 pizzas of pizza in one sitting. Lee asks, what encouraged you to start making videos? Basically boredom from COVID-19 and a want to actually consistently upload and hone my creativity. Kurbo asks, Noya or Doya? Let's see. I have no name asks, lose leg from the hip down or 3 fingers. Leg. Heck, take them both. Prosthetic legs have gotten a lot better than finger prosthetics. I have no name also asks, what is the funniest joke you know of? People don't count. Ryan Larslist 3 has 4 questions, so we'll do a quickfire round. Why do you like Titanfall? Yes. According to you, which Xbox compares to which 30 series card? I am not well versed in console specs, because the last console I bought was an Xbox One S. What's your most hated N-word? Like ever, please tell, there can only be one. I take high offense to all slurs of all types. Do you like the Sigma mindset? The grind is real. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this longer type video. If you liked the video, leaving a like and a comment helps out a lot. With that being said, as always, I've been It's Joey G, and I'll see you next month.
We'll all fall down as we cross that line. We're reaching the end of our time, reaching the end of the sunshine. Try not to be so sad. rise. We'll all fall down as we cross that line. All that you knew is now gone. No